you can be in love with someone. You can love someone and and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're gonna have complications.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's a lot of things. She's spectacular, actually.
Yes.
And congratulations on new mamahood.
Yes.
Rumors, whispers, and unending chatter have surrounded the world of celebrity power couple Beyonce and Jay Z for decades. But one particular story never seems to lose its grip on the public's imagination: the alleged affair between Jay Z's and Rihanna. It's a tale filled with betrayal, heartbreak, and drama, and whether or not it's true, it's impossible to deny the emotional storm it has caused over the years. Let's dive into this tangled web of relationships where trust, ambition, and jealousy collide.
You know, I sat there and I thought about how the media portrays Black men and how that is typical of the things that they would focus on.
Picture it, the mid-2000s. Beyonce and Jay Z were already carving out their legacy as the ultimate power couple. They seemed untouchable, with Beyonce's angelic voice and Jay Z's undeniable influence in the music industry. But then, a young and vibrant talent entered the scene: Rihanna, a fresh-faced teenager from Barbados with a voice that could command attention and a charisma that turned heads. Signed to Jay Z's label, Def Jam, Rihanna was poised to become the next big thing. But according to the whispers that have persisted for years, her rise to fame came with a cost, one that allegedly left Beyonce in tears.
There's one thing she's not.
Uh-huh.
She ain't Beyonce.
I know she's not Beyonce, but wait a minute, hold up.
The story begins when Rihanna, barely out of her teens, walked into Jay Z's office for an audition. The then unknown artist had recorded her first single, Pond to Replay, and was eager to make an impression. By her own account, she was nervous but determined, performing right there in the office. Jay Z, who was already a titan in the industry, reportedly saw something special in her. "When I met her that day, I knew she was a star," he would later say in interviews. But was it strictly professional admiration, or was there something more? Rumors began swirling almost immediately after Rihanna signed her deal. Whispers of late-night studio sessions and private meetings started to paint a picture of something deeper, a connection that went beyond music. Now, here's where things get messy. At the time, Beyonce and Jay Z were still in the early stages of their relationship. They were fiercely private, rarely speaking about their love life in public, but those close to them claimed their bond was strong. However, the arrival of Rihanna introduced an entirely new dynamic. According to insiders, Beyonce initially welcomed Rihanna with open arms, even offering advice on navigating the cutthroat music industry. But as Rihanna's star began to rise, so did the rumors. Speculation about Jay Z's growing interest in his young protege started to make the rounds, and Beyonce allegedly began to feel uneasy.
That's not throwing shade on them. That's appreciating their greatness, but understanding there's levels. You know?
The situation escalated when Rihanna's publicist, Jonathan Hay, made a shocking revelation years later. He admitted to fabricating the story about a love triangle between Jay Z, Beyonce, and Rihanna as a publicity stunt to promote Pond to Replay. According to Hay, the goal was to create buzz around Rihanna's debut single, and it worked. The media frenzy was immediate, with tabloids and blogs dissecting every interaction between the trio. But while the public devoured the drama, the alleged fallout behind the scenes was much more serious.
I'm just telling you, for me, there's Beyonce and there's everybody else, just like it was Michael Jackson and it was everybody else.
Sources close to Beyonce claimed that she was devastated by the rumors. Even if they weren't true, the idea that her boyfriend, now husband, could be linked to someone else in such a scandalous way reportedly hit her hard. Beyonce, known for her poise and composure, was said to have broken down in tears on multiple occasions. The thought of Rihanna, a rising star with undeniable allure potentially threatening her relationship with Jay Z, was too much to bear. And while Jay Z publicly denied any romantic involvement with Rihanna, the damage was already done.
But you can't compare those two queens. You can't. We just gotta love them and respect them both.
Adding fuel to the fire, Beyonce and Rihanna's interactions during this time were scrutinized to the extreme. At industry events, their body language was dissected, with fans and critics alike searching for signs of tension. On the surface, both women maintained professionalism, but insiders claimed there was an unspoken rivalry brewing. Beyonce, already an established icon, allegedly saw Rihanna as a potential threat, not just to her relationship, but also to her position as the queen of the music industry. Rihanna, on the other hand, was reportedly aware of the whispers and didn't shy away from embracing her sultry image, which only added to the speculation.
Beyonce and Jay Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them.
But the story doesn't end there. According to some reports, Jay Z's involvement with Rihanna wasn't just a source of tension for Beyonce. It also created friction within his record label. At the time, Def Jam had another young female artist on its roster, Tara Marie, who was initially positioned as the label's breakout star. However, once Rihanna entered the picture, the focus shifted dramatically. Some industry insiders claimed that Beyonce played a role in this shift, allegedly pushing for Terry to be sidelined in favor of Rihanna. Why? Because Tara, with her striking looks and powerful voice, was seen as a direct competitor to Beyonce. By promoting Rihanna instead, Beyonce may have believed she was eliminating one threat, only to unwittingly create another.
I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people.
The tension reached a boiling point when rumors surfaced that Jay Z was spending more time with Rihanna than was necessary for a mentor-mentee relationship. Allegedly, there were instances where he brought Rihanna to events and parties, seemingly flaunting their closeness. One particularly scandalous story claims that Jay Z once brought Rihanna to a gathering where Beyonce was present and acted overly affectionate toward her in front of everyone. If true, this would have been a blatant display of disrespect, and it's no wonder Beyonce was reportedly inconsolable. The only person who could calm her down during these emotional outbursts was her sister, Solange, who has always been fiercely protective of Beyonce.
How you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you.
And let's not forget the infamous elevator incident in 2014, when Solange was caught on camera physically confronting Jay Z. While the exact reason for the altercation remains unclear, many have speculated that it was related to his alleged infidelity. Some even believe that Solange was standing up for Beyonce, possibly over lingering resentment about the Rihanna rumors. Whether or not that's true, it's clear that the situation left a lasting impact on all parties involved.
Jay Z got his whooped by his sister-in-law on camera. What's her name? Solange. You got it. The feds ain't step in and do nothing. The feds don't care about you getting your ass whooped.
Over the years, the narrative has only grown more complicated. In 2015, J. Randy Taraborelli published a biography of Beyonce titled Becoming Beyonce, which delved into her personal and professional life. The book reignited interest in the Jay Z and Rihanna rumors, claiming that the couple briefly separated in 2005 due to the alleged affair. According to Taraborelli, the break allowed Beyonce to regroup and refocus, ultimately leading to their reconciliation and eventual marriage. While the book didn't provide concrete proof of an affair, it added another layer to the already complex story.
You know, when you're early in your career, you feel that you have to listen. And when you buck, they buck harder.
Fast forward to recent years, and the drama continues to cast a shadow over Jay Z and Beyonce's relationship. Despite their united front and undeniable success as a couple, the lingering rumors about Rihanna have never fully disappeared. Even Rihanna herself has addressed the speculation in subtle ways. Once commenting on an Instagram post that seemed to pit her against Beyonce, "We don't need to be putting black women against each other," she wrote, attempting to shut down the narrative. But for fans and critics alike, the story remains as compelling as ever.
And those threats are huge ones, and you know what I mean. You don't feel like you have a choice.
As we explore the beginnings of this saga, one thing is clear: the impact of these rumors goes far beyond the tabloids. They've shaped the public's perception of Jay Z, Beyonce, and Rihanna, creating a narrative that continues to evolve. But is there more to the story? Could the truth be even more shocking than the rumors suggest? The drama surrounding Jay Z, Beyonce, and Rihanna doesn't just stop at rumors of a love triangle. It branches out into a web of public reactions, media manipulations, and some truly eyebrow-raising twists. While the alleged affair remains a hot topic, it's the ripple effects that have kept the story alive for years. From public feuds to awkward interviews, the fallout has been felt across the music industry, and even today, fans are still dissecting every detail. So let's pick up where we left off and dive deeper into this explosive saga.
Your husband, Jay Z, had a lot to do with Rihanna's early career. And back in February, he said he thought everyone should support her in that mess with Chris Brown.
When the rumors of Jay Z and Rihanna's alleged closeness first surfaced, the media pounced on the story like sharks in a feeding frenzy. It wasn't just the tabloids, either. Mainstream outlets began running with the idea, turning every public appearance into an opportunity for speculation. Rihanna, who was still relatively new to the scene, suddenly found herself thrust into the spotlight in ways she probably never imagined. But here's the thing, this wasn't just a case of bad press. According to Rihanna's former publicist, Jonathan Hay, the entire story about an affair between her and Jay Z was fabricated as a publicity stunt to promote her debut single, Pon de Replay. Yes, you heard that right. The rumors that caused so much chaos were allegedly planted on purpose.
And I also want to thank all of the talented R&B women that came before me, like Lauryn Hill.
She was hot as fish grease.
Jonathan Hay later admitted that he created the narrative to generate buzz around Rihanna, who at the time was struggling to stand out in a crowded industry. He claimed that the goal was to paint Rihanna as Jay-Z's latest discovery and create intrigue around her as an artist. In hindsight, Hay described the move as reckless, admitting that he didn't anticipate how much damage it would cause. But while Hay might have taken credit for starting the fire, the flames quickly spread beyond anyone's control.
Interesting, because obviously this civil suit was coming for a while.
Yep.
And there was some talk between Busby and Jay Z's lawyers. I think both Busby and Jay Z's lawyers are really alphas. So
the alleged affair became a public obsession, with fans and critics alike scrutinizing every interaction between Jay Z and Rihanna. Photographs of the two together were dissected frame by frame. Were they standing too close? Was Rihanna looking at him a little too fondly? And what about Beyonce? Why wasn't she in the picture? The speculation became so intense that it reportedly put a strain on Beyoncé and Jay Z's relationship. Although the couple has always been notoriously private, insiders claimed that Beyoncé was furious about the rumors and felt humiliated by the public spectacle.
Even if the accusations are false, there's two ways to go about these cases. Either one, you do the economic analysis, right? What is this going to cost me? Where is it going? How much am I going to lose? All these different things, even if it's false, right? How much are the attorneys going to cost me?
Adding to the tension was Rihanna's undeniable rise to stardom. Despite the controversy, or perhaps because of it, Pon de Replay became a massive hit, catapulting Rihanna into the spotlight. Suddenly, she wasn't just a newcomer. She was a force to be reckoned with. Her subsequent hits, like SOS and Umbrella, only solidified her status as one of the biggest names in music. But as Rihanna's star continued to rise, so did the whispers about her relationship with Jay Z. Even after Jonathan Hayes' confession, many fans refused to believe that the rumors were entirely baseless. After all, why would a publicist risk his career by making something like that up? What's even more interesting is how the alleged rivalry between Beyoncé and Rihanna played out in public. At events like the Tidal press conference, where both women were present, their interactions, or lack thereof, became the subject of intense scrutiny. According to sources who were backstage at the event, the atmosphere was anything but friendly. Beyoncé and Rihanna reportedly avoided each other, refusing to stand next to one another in photos. Handlers were said to have gone to great lengths to keep the two apart, even choreographing the event to minimize their interactions. While both women smiled for the cameras and maintained a professional demeanor, those who were there claimed the tension was palpable.
That's not the first time we've seen this tactic, and the last time it actually worked.
Fans weren't blind to the awkwardness either. Social media lit up with comments and memes about the apparent feud, with some even speculating that Beyoncé and Rihanna's strained relationship was the reason Rihanna had yet to collaborate with her mentor's wife. Others pointed to Rihanna's rumored shade at the Grammy Awards as evidence of ongoing tension, when Rihanna received 8 nominations for her album, Anti but didn't score nods for Album of the Year or Song of the Year or Song of the Year. Fans were quick to suggest that the Recording Academy was favoring Beyoncé's Lemonade. Rihanna added fuel to the fire by liking an Instagram post that criticized the Grammys for allegedly snubbing her to protect Beyoncé's lead in nominations. Although Rihanna later clarified that she didn't mean to pit herself against Beyoncé, the damage was already done. But what about Jay Z? Throughout all of this, the music mogul largely stayed silent, refusing to directly address the rumors. However, his actions often spoke louder than words. For instance, his decision to sign Rihanna to his Roc Nation label after she left Def Jam raised a few eyebrows. Some saw it as a purely business move, while others couldn't help but wonder if there was more to the story. And then there were the more personal moments, like his infamous elevator altercation with Solange. While the details of that incident remain murky, many believe it was related to Jay Z's alleged infidelity, a theory that gained even more traction after Beyoncé's Lemonade album dropped.
And he's gone on to do incredible things, but he has a very specific style. And there's a lot of people who don't like that style. And Judge Torres is one of them. He's now twice kind of taken the reins and tried to take control of the narrative of cases by putting on sort of these preemptive press conferences. He did it with Mayor Adams, and he did it now with Jay Z, where he goes to the press and essentially puts on a PowerPoint.
Lemonade, which was released in 2016, was widely interpreted as a deeply personal exploration of betrayal, forgiveness, and empowerment. With lyrics like "You better call Becky with the good hair," fans quickly began speculating about who Becky might be. While Rihanna's name was floated as a possibility, the general consensus was that the reference was more symbolic than literal. Still, the album reignited interest in Beyoncé and Jay Z's relationship, as well as the long-standing rumors about Rihanna. Some fans even suggested that Lemonade was Beyoncé's way of addressing the rumors without naming names.
Like Spyro doing the exact opposite thing to help his client, but the judge really didn't like it. And so all of that is to say that this ruling to me is specifically directed at Alex Spyro, saying, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like all the motions you're filing. I don't like how you're going about handling this case. And if you continue to do it, you're not the only one who's got some tricks up their sleeve. I can also do things to make this process more difficult.
Interestingly, Rihanna has also addressed the rumors in her own way, albeit indirectly. In an interview, she once described the speculation about her and Jay Z as crazy and frustrating, adding that it was unfair to her as a young artist trying to establish herself. She also emphasized that she had nothing but respect for Beyoncé, calling her an inspiration. But despite her efforts to shut down the narrative, the rumors have persisted, fueled by years of speculation and fan theories. One of the most intriguing aspects of this story is how it has been shaped by public perception. For years, fans have debated whether the rumors were entirely fabricated or if there was some truth to them. The lack of concrete evidence hasn't stopped people from forming their own conclusions, and the internet has only amplified the speculation. From Reddit threads to YouTube comment sections, the alleged love triangle remains a hot topic of discussion. Some fans even believe that the rumors were part of a larger scheme to boost Rihanna's career at the expense of Beyoncé's reputation. A theory that, while far-fetched, speaks to the level of fascination this story has generated.
It's obviously getting a whole new wave of attention and more focused attention on this victim. So I think it's going to be tied to the media cycle, if I had to guess, and how these rulings continue. And they have this celebrity name that is sort of waiting to take over the headlines when they choose to release it. So I think it will be added, but it's going to be a strategic time.
But the drama doesn't end there. In recent years, new allegations have emerged that have further complicated the narrative. For instance, there are rumors that Jay Z played a role in Rihanna's highly publicized fallout with Chris Brown. According to some reports, Jay Z allegedly warned Chris to stay away from Rihanna after their relationship turned toxic. While it's unclear how much truth there is to these claims, they've added yet another layer to an already complex story. And then there's the ongoing speculation about Jay Z's behavior behind the scenes, with some suggesting that his influence extends far beyond the music industry.
At that time, I remember thinking, I can't be mad at her because that is what the media portrays.
So where does this leave us? The truth about Jay Z, Beyoncé, and Rihanna's relationship may never be fully known, but one thing is certain: the story has had a lasting impact on all three of their careers. For Beyoncé, it's been a test of resilience, forcing her to confront rumors and speculation while maintaining her status as a global icon. For Rihanna, it's been a double-edged sword, propelling her to fame but also subjecting her to intense scrutiny. And for Jay Z, it's been a lesson in the power and danger of public perception. As we continue to unravel this tangled web, it's worth asking, how much of this story is rooted in reality, and how much is a product of our collective imagination? Could the rumors about Jay Z and Rihanna have been exaggerated, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? And perhaps most importantly, what does this saga say about the way we consume celebrity gossip? Share your thoughts and insights in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more juicy celebrity gossip. Until next time, stay tuned and stay curious.